Canon is about to change the game, again. The upcoming Canon R1 Mark II might be the first full-frame mirrorless beast to feature a global shutter. And if that's true, we're talking about a revolution in photography and filmmaking. No more rolling shutter, no more compromise. Let's dive into everything we know so far, and why this could be Canon's most powerful camera yet. Canon's original EOS R1 carved out a reputation as a fast, dependable flagship, a true workhorse for professionals who demand reliability and precision. But the industry is shifting fast. Sony's bold move with the A9 III, which integrates a full-frame global shutter sensor, has redefined expectations around speed and image integrity. By eliminating the rolling shutter effect altogether, Sony didn't just improve performance. It reshaped the conversation around what a high-end mirrorless camera should be. This has placed Canon in a fascinating position. The upcoming EOS R1 Mark II is rumored to be Canon's answer, but matching Sony's innovation is only part of the equation. The real question is whether Canon can leverage global shutter technology in a way that enhances its renowned color science and imaging pipeline, without compromising on the aspects professionals care most about. To grasp the stakes, we have to consider why global shutter matters in the first place. Traditional rolling shutters scan the sensor line by line, which can introduce skewed or warped visuals when tracking fast action. Think sports, wildlife, or motorsports. A global shutter captures every pixel at the exact same moment, preserving geometry and eliminating motion-induced artifacts. Sony's implementation in the A9 III showcases what's possible. Blistering speed, precise autofocus, and crystal-clear frames at up to 120 frames per second. By contrast, the current EOS R1, while lightning fast thanks to its stacked sensor, still relies on rolling shutter technology and can't quite keep pace in that specific arena. However, adopting global shutter tech isn't just a matter of copying specs. It comes with trade-offs, particularly in areas like dynamic range and low light performance. Unlike rolling shutter sensors, which can tailor exposure across different lines of the image, global shutters capture the entire frame in a single instant, potentially limiting tonal flexibility in challenging lighting conditions. Canon's engineering challenge, then, isn't just to catch up. It's to integrate this new tech in a way that feels seamless, balanced, and true to the needs of its users. If they pull it off, the R1 Mark II could mark a major leap forward. But it's not just about specs on paper, it's about execution. While global shutter might sound like a new frontier for many camera brands, Canon has actually been exploring this territory for quite some time. Their foray into the technology dates back to 2016 with the EOS C700 GSPL, a high-end cinema camera that featured a global shutter sensor and targeted elite filmmaking professionals. Although its $40,000 price point placed it well outside the reach of most photographers, it proved a key point. Canon wasn't just aware of global shutter, they were building with it. Since then, Canon has steadily expanded its research into high-speed imaging, filing patents and experimenting behind closed doors. But the absence of global shutter in their mainstream mirrorless lineup so far hasn't been due to a lack of ability. It's been a matter of timing, economics, and maintaining Canon's core strengths. Global shutter sensors are inherently more complex and costly to produce. They consume more power, can introduce higher levels of image noise, and historically have struggled to match the dynamic range and low-light sensitivity of their rolling shutter counterparts. Canon's challenge, then, is nuanced. It's not enough to adopt global shutter for speed alone. Their reputation rests on color science, tonal depth, and system reliability. Introducing this technology into the R1 Mark II means solving for multiple variables at once. Not just how fast a frame can be captured, but how faithfully it represents the real-world scene. Moreover, Canon's strategic direction plays a crucial role. Unlike brands that release multiple specialized flagship bodies, Canon has been clear about its intent. The R1 is meant to be a one-size-fits-all flagship, a camera that excels in speed, tracking, resolution, and endurance. That means the R1 Mark II must deliver uncompromising performance across the board. High frame rates and precision autofocus are expected, but not at the cost of low-light sensitivity or battery life. If Canon succeeds in merging a global shutter with its dual-pixel CMOS AF system and signature image quality, the result could be a truly groundbreaking tool for professionals who work in high-intensity environments, sports, wildlife, journalism, where every frame counts. But it's a delicate balance. The stakes aren't just about catching up with Sony. They're about evolving without sacrificing the DNA that has kept Canon at the top of the imaging world for decades. Battery life might seem like a technical footnote, but in the context of high-speed imaging, it's mission-critical. Professionals working in high-pressure environments, sports arenas, wildlife reserves, fast-paced film sets, don't have the luxury of pausing to change batteries mid-session. Shooting at extreme frame rates or capturing high-resolution video continuously draws significant power, and any camera aspiring to flagship status must manage this efficiently. For Canon, ensuring the R1 Mark II delivers both speed and stamina won't just be a nice-to-have. It will be essential for real-world usability. But this conversation goes beyond stills. Video performance is increasingly central to a camera's value, especially in a hybrid market where photographers and filmmakers often use the same gear. Rolling shutter distortions, those jello-like artifacts that appear during quick pans or action shots, have long been a limitation in digital cinematography. A global shutter offers a clean solution. For Canon, which has a strong legacy in both cinema and still photography, the R1 Mark II presents a unique opportunity to merge its deep imaging expertise into a single, versatile platform that satisfies both worlds. Of course, Canon isn't operating in a vacuum. Sony has already shown what's possible with the A9 III, pushing global shutter into the mirrorless mainstream. And Nikon's recent acquisition of Red signals serious intent to accelerate its own innovation in sensor technology and professional video. With Nikon's established relationship with Sony's sensor division and new access to Red's cinematic IP, the global shutter race is only going to get more competitive. This makes the next few years a critical window. Global shutter sensors are advancing quickly, and as manufacturing improves, they're likely to become a standard in high-end mirrorless bodies. Canon has the engineering resources and industry experience to lead this transition, but it will require bold, timely execution. The R1 Mark II isn't just another camera on the roadmap. It's potentially Canon's defining moment in the mirrorless era. What makes this launch especially intriguing is the convergence of pressure and potential. If Canon manages to integrate a global shutter without sacrificing low-light performance, dynamic range, or autofocus accuracy, while still delivering strong battery life and professional-grade video, it won't just match Sony's innovation. It will reframe the expectations of what a flagship camera should be. Pricing, of course, will be a factor. The original EOS R1 already occupied a premium tier, and adding advanced sensor tech could push the Mark II even higher. But for professionals who depend on their gear to perform without compromise, value isn't just about cost, it's about capability. If Canon nails the execution, the R1 Mark II could easily justify its price tag and become the go-to tool across a wide range of professional disciplines. In the end, the real story isn't just about global shutter. It's about timing, integration, and vision. The R1 Mark II could be the camera that reestablishes Canon at the forefront of professional imaging. Not because it imitates what others have done, but because it delivers something only Canon can: performance, reliability, and image quality in a single, uncompromising package.